On us, you can depend on us. It's a Super 80s podcast friend.
Hey, everybody, and welcome to the Super 80s Podcast Friend. We are a TV theme song explorer. We've got one mission, and that is to analyze every single 1980s TV theme song. All genres, good ones, bad ones. We had a bad one last week, didn't we?
Yes.
We love them all. And if you love us or even mildly tolerate us, mildly tolerate us, please like and subscribe where you listen to podcasts. And if you could write a review or even give us click that little star thing, it helps the algorithms, allows us more leisure time. Finally, we love hearing your comments, questions, observations, etc. Reach out, Facebook, Instagram, internet,
Threads.
and on Threads.
Right.
You can also email us at super80spodcastfriend@gmail.interwebnets. I'm John.
I'm Ryan.
And I'm Peter.
Hey, guys. We're drinking beer.
Hello.
What you drinking, Ryan?
Hop Popalicious.
You know, that was my gateway IPA.
Really?
Yes.
It's a good one.
I always enjoyed IPAs, but that's the one that got me.
This is your virgin
It really
IPA.
brought me in, into that world.
Oh, it's delicious.
It's from Ale Asylum in Madison, Wisconsin.
Yeah. Wonderful beer.
Pete,
I am drinking the Lakefront IPA.
welcome to the podcast.
Welcome.
I'm drinking Revolution Anti-Hero. Welcome to the podcast. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Prost. Clink the glasses.
All right. Hey, speaking of Alien Nation, we love to talk about previous episodes, retractions, anything like that. Our last episode 42, was Alien Nation. Episode 41, Press Your Luck. And episode 40 was the iconic Who's the Boss. Any business for us, boys?
I got nothing.
I did watch a Press Your Luck episode.
Oh, I was hoping you were going to say Alien Nation.
Oh, man.
I also watched Press Your Luck.
Nice.
You first. Do tell.
Well, what can you say about a game show, right? So it was, the episode was from 86, and there was a lady named Grace who was the champion. She was, there's everything about it was very 1986, like the fashion. She had Estelle Getty glasses on. She was probably 27 years old and had Estelle Getty glasses on.
Good look.
and was dressed like a nun. Like she had her blouse was like zipped up to her neck and had like a coat on. It was really bizarre. But so you had Grace, Hal,
Excellent name.
and Randy were the contestants.
Nice.
Hal and Randy were former minor league baseball players against wee little Grace. But, like we talked about in the episode, it has two components. It has like the question round.
Yep.
And then it has the spin round. So what I didn't remember, though, is that they kind of do it twice, and they don't narrow it down. Like in a lot of game shows, they they get three contestants, they narrow it down to two. They don't do that.
Exactly.
Which I was surprised by. What really, what is the whole game show about? Press Your Luck? It's about like the, no whammies. Like, what do people say? So that was what really stuck out to me. So Randy was the funny one, and his line was, "Get out of town." So he'd go, "No whammies, get out of town, get out of town." And then as the heat got on at the end of the show, when he and Grace were battling out, he kept going, "No whammies, treat me right, treat me."
That's fantastic.
But I always feel like that was the best part of the show. It's
Yeah.
like, what were the people going to say? But those are my observations.
Yeah, mine are pretty brief as well. I had Gary from Pittsburgh who said, "I'm currently living in California on an extended business trip." He was also a member of Mensa. Do you guys know what Mensa is?
Yeah. Over 100 IQ.
Yeah, it's for smarty pantses. So that was Gary. Melinda, a mountain bike racer. And Rich, a Civil War buff who loves to play poker.
Ooh.
He was the funny one.
Oh, quite the crew then. If the
He's the funny one.
So yeah, Rich was the wild man when it came to the whammy round. He had a lot of energy, so they maybe like vet for that, like have at least one character,
correct,
because that was Rich's role.
right?
I wrote overall, it's sort of entertaining, not a ton of craziness, pretty boring.
Yeah. Did you, at least in the episode that I had, I thought that the host was kind of an asshole to the guests. Like there was at least one or two instances when he was like directly making fun of them. Like
He definitely had a little edge. I watched 1984, so he might
Okay.
not have been as jaded at that point.
Sure,
He was
yeah.
still a little fresh,
yeah, that was what I like.
kind of a dick.
Yeah, and they like the camera specifically panned to him for him to like make a weird face, like when one or two of the contestants said something. It was almost like, not that it was staged, but it was
Interesting.
yeah, it was weird.
I thought it was funny the question, like the trivia part. They'd ask an open-ended question,
Yeah.
and then like let's say the question is like, who was the first president to wear suspenders? And somebody's like Franklin Pierce, and then to the other two, they're like, is it Franklin Pierce
Right.
or William Henry Harrison or Millard Fillmore?
Correct.
So like they take
Oh.
whatever answer the person gives,
Yeah.
and then they add two options.
Correct. And
was
then they
weird.
each get a chance to answer it. And if you get it right, so like, and then it's descending. So you get 6 spins if you're the first person to chime in and get it right. 6, 5, 4.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
weird.
interesting.
And you can pass your spins, which I totally forgot about, which I thought adds
kinda cool.
intrigue to the game. So if you have like 10 spins and you got all this money and you got 5 spins left, you just pass it to the next person.
Well, I assume there was some portion, some component of that where
Yeah.
you could decide
Little
to
strategy.
stop as opposed to
Correct.
pressing your
and then
luck.
they have to spin them.
Oh, the next person you pass to has
correct.
to.
Yeah. Yes. So it was interesting.
But well, like what Ryan said, there's like no bonus round, no weird. It's basically the same thing twice and the show's over.
Correct. Yeah.
Trivia, press your luck. Trivia, press your luck. Done.
And there was no like, Wheel of Fortune and Jeopardy where after the game is done, they have the host like has a little thing that they say. Nothing. They just give you credits. The shit's done.
Yeah.
Done.
So I'd give it a solid D.
Ouch.
I think it was better than that, but
Yeah?
it was a C. It was a C.
C. Okay, maybe C minus.
Did have Rod Roddy.
72%. All right. Well, that's awesome. We both watched a little Press Your Luck. Any others before we get to Conky?
I got nothing.
I have one more thing then. As listeners, if you've been sticking with us, we are going to every once in a while vote on songs that we all gave a thumbs up to see if they make it to the Super Mega All-Time Champion Grand Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Is that
And
the official name?
yeah,
Okay.
we have 17 to vote. I think now we voted on a few last week, but Pete and I were so pissed at your votes, we're going to try again with
May just
two
get
of
a
them.
different vote. I don't know.
With two of them. So here, listeners, if you're not familiar, we will. So this is a show that we've already reviewed. We didn't start this until recently, and now if it gets 3 thumbs up, it goes to the Super All-Time Mega. You're the best Magic Friend Hall of Fame. All right. So just yes or no: is this song a Super Mega All-Time Champion? DuckTales.
No.
Damn it, it didn't work out. All right.
Yes.
Yes. All right, that one's not a Super All-Time Mega Champion. Facts of Life.
No. DuckTales has a better show. DuckTales is like an A, but it's not a hall. It's not actually. It's like a B plus. But B plus doesn't make the Hall of Fame.
Man, you're tough.
Yeah.
You
All right.
give it enough time, and it does.
Right. Unlike the Legacy.
Should we do 2 more this week?
Sure.
All right. A-Team.
No.
Seriously?
No.
This is gonna be, the playlist for the Super Megas is gonna be so short.
Well, it is the elite.
It's
I
the elite
guess.
of the elite.
Perfect Strangers.
Yes.
Can you sing Perfect Strangers for me?
Hell no, and that's why I'm giving it a no.
I think we had the
I'm
same
going to say no just
conversation.
because Ryan said yes.
Me too. If Facts of Life isn't on our damn list, the song that no one can hum, Perfect Strangers, isn't on it.
That's the point.
How does that song go?
fair point. We've had this conversation on a previous episode, and I couldn't do it, so I'm 0 for 2 now.
All right, so none of those have made our super
Nothing.
mega list.
Nothing.
That's a really great segment.
Yeah, no, that's good. But I mean, maybe I do agree that it needs to be really, really good. If we just vote yes on everything we like, it's just the
Facts of life.
the super list is going to be the same as the regular list.
I
You know,
You actually have a puncher's chance of convincing me that DuckTales belongs there.
A what chance?
Puncher's chance.
Hell's a puncher's chance?
Like in boxing, the puncher, the guy who's a puncher, he'll win some bouts that he's not supposed to. You got a puncher's chance.
aren't they all punchers in boxing?
I think that is true.
I don't. Not
You
sure
can
I
get our
understand.
puncher's chance T-shirt on Threads. Oh boy. Hey, is there a puncher's chance that we can wake up Conky? Oh, there he is. Coming in hot.
Ready to
Clipping the master.
You, Pee-wee.
Morning, Conky. What's today's secret word?
Today's secret word is silver spoons.
Ooh, baby.
Sorry, Conky might have blown your speakers.
Oh, I think I can edit that in post-production.
Oh.
That exists?
It might. We'll find out.
We've got a team.
Conky's on the case.
Nice.
Silver spoons. Well, we like to start out with memories. Pete?
I
Silver
mean, I
spoons?
remember as a rich kid, there's like he rides a train in
I
opening
remember the
credits.
train
Yeah.
in his living room, perhaps.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about all I got.
Ryan?
Well, Carlton, right, from Fresh Prince is in there. That was his first gig.
Alfonso Romero?
Yes, I think that's his name.
Okay.
Yeah, doesn't everybody remember the train? Because maybe especially like young boys, you're like, that's probably the coolest thing you've ever seen.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah, no, that it seemed
Yeah.
like absolutely fiction. Like nobody could ever be
Correct.
that rich to have a train running through their living
Correct.
room.
Right.
Yeah, Ricky Schroeder, whatever.
Only child, I believe, in the show.
Yeah.
We'll find. Engineer Pete's going to tell us in a little bit, but I'm going to say he's an only child.
I think so.
I would bet that. Yep.
Blonde hair.
Mhm.
I picture a lot of tan in their house, light tan. When I picture in my mind, I haven't seen this show in 40 years,
Yeah.
but I'm picturing a lot of light tan. Mom and dad, maybe the dad kind of looks like John Ritter.
I think you're right on that. And the mom is in other 80s stuff. Like she's a attractive lady. I couldn't tell you what her name is or what else she's in, but like the minute you see her, you're like, oh yeah.
Did they have a duck phone, a mallard duck?
Ooh, you might that kind of rings.
I think they had a
scratches an
duck
itch a little
phone.
bit right there. Yeah.
You know, I didn't watch this show regularly. I remember whenever it would come on, I would be excited.
Right.
I liked Richie Rich comic books as a kid.
Well,
So this is, live action
very
Richie
parallel.
Rich.
Yeah.
Theme song. Memories of this song's been living rent free in my head for 40 years.
Seriously?
Parts of it.
Oh, I have no idea what it sounds like.
Together. Ba-da-da-ba-ba.
Oh, yeah. I was just gonna say I couldn't. I think if I hear it, I will pick it back up in a second. But
I think the opening line is something like this. You and I, face to face, just a couple of silver spoons.
yeah, that sounds about right.
That's duck phone, train.
Video games in the living room.
Yeah.
And they had a big staircase off the living
man.
room, right?
That was probably a fun house to hang out in.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like the dad was kind of a fun dad. Like he didn't necessarily do anything. Like he didn't have a job, right? Like he. No, I think that was part of the deal. Like it wasn't like the dad was like a businessman. It was like
You just hung out?
Yeah,
That's what I want to do. That's
Yes.
why we're doing this podcast.
exactly.
I want to be that dad.
We're all trying to be the dad from Silver Spoons.
Mr. Spoons.
Mr. Spoons.
I believe on the show their last name is Spoons.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
Just a couple of silver spoons.
I got a puncher's chance of being right on that one. Yeah. That's anybody got anything else?
No.
Well, while we were waxing poetically about silver spoons, Conky put a probe into Pete's armpit, and now Pete
Thank God.
You put a duck phone in Pete's nether regions, and now Pete knows all. Pete,
Yep. Okay. Silver Spoons aired on NBC from 82 to 86. And then its final season was first run syndication, 86 to 87. So a total of 5 seasons, 116 episodes. Centers around the relationship between a wealthy childlike man, Edward Stratton III,
oh Ryan, nice work.
and his previously estranged son, Ricky Stratton.
Ooh,
I didn't realize that.
So they
angle.
were divorced.
Okay.
And I think his mom remarries and they send him off to a boarding school.
classic '80s. There.
And then
Yes,
his dad,
boarding
who possibly somehow didn't even know he existed,
Whoa.
finds out about him, busts him out of boarding school.
This is like the movie Over the Top with Sylvester, the arm wrestling movie.
I mean, I don't know if he used a semi-truck to bust
Welcome
him out.
to the podcast Over the Top.
About time.
Yes.
Robert Loggia.
Oh, great movie.
It's a great movie.
But so, yeah, the plots kind of revolve around Ricky is like more mature than his dad.
Wow, nice work, Ryan. I have zero recollection of
And
that part of the show.
the dad, I think, did have sort of a job. I think he owned a toy company.
Oh,
But he was the son of a wealthy industrialist who.
that's the vibe I got.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or recalled. Yeah.
So Grandpa was like an industrialist who thought you should use your money to make more money.
Sure.
And
a Vanderbilt.
the dad
Yes.
was, I should use my money to make myself happy and be a giant child.
To have a train in my living room.
Yeah.
And
Man-child.
Yep.
that's a long run. Like, that's way longer one than I would have guessed the show to be on. I would have guessed 2 or 3 years. for
Do you
the
think the
show.
train gave it an extra season alone?
Probably.
The train shows on. It also featured, these were some of the early acting roles for people like Alfonso Ribeiro,
Yeah.
Roberto with a B.
Gary
What is
Coleman.
it?
Roberto,
Roberto?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
not
Okay.
Romero.
Gary Coleman appeared in a crossover episode
Oh, wow.
as his Different Strokes character.
Huh.
Jason Bateman
Oh, wow.
was Ricky's best friend in the first 2 seasons.
Wow, I didn't remember that.
And they actually kind of felt that Jason Bateman his popularity was possibly overshadowing the main character, and I think that's why he got written out.
Damn, Bateman's
that-
quality.
Bateman then got a single year show out of that.
Oh, my.
Like they spun him off. They're like, this kid's really popular.
Wow.
Let's try him on this other show. That show only lasted 1 season. It was a flop.
Okay.
And then he landed on
Hogan's
Teen Wolf
Family.
2?
no
Valerie.
Valerie.
Which
Which
became
then
Valerie's
became
family.
Yeah.
Yep.
Then Hogan's
Hogan
family.
Do you guys remember him in Teen Wolf 2?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the wrestling version?
Yes.
Was it wrestling or boxing?
Ooh.
Puncher's Chance. It
Puncher's
triggered-
Chance. Yeah. Jesus. Sharon Stone and Matthew Perry
Hold on a
Ooh,
second.
wow.
Sharon Stone?
both made guest appearances.
What's
in,
the movie where she does the little
basic
Fatal Attraction or
Basic
Basic
Instinct.
Instinct?
Basic Instinct.
Basic Attraction?
Yep. During the first 3 seasons of the show, Ricky Schroeder, Alfonso Ribeiro, and other child actors cast members attended school together with child actors from Different Strokes, Facts of Life, Hello Larry. I don't know what that show is.
School
and,
Bus School.
and Give Me a Break.
I heard Jason Bateman talk about this on his podcast, Smartless.
School Bus School.
Yeah, they might have more listeners than us.
They might.
Yes.
We should tag them now that we're talking
Yeah,
about
we should.
Hey, friends. We're the same.
Puncher's
Just a couple of silver spoons.
Yeah, so that is what I know about the show. Now, the song title is Together.
Oh. Well.
It was written by Rick Howard and Bob Worth. The original version was accompanied by guitar with vocals from Ron Dante. 2 other versions of the song were used during the show's run. There was a synthesizer version in the middle, and then what they refer to as a rock version at the end. We're just going to do the first version, and maybe we'll take a listen to the rock version at the end.
I like to rock.
So Bob Worth, who was one of the writers, also was in the music department for Punky Brewster and wrote the theme songs for 2 other short-lived shows called You Again, ? And It's Your Move.
Are these in our database?
They are now.
Sweet.
Conky's they've been uploaded into Conky's list. So Ron Dante, the guy who sang the original version, he was the lead singer of the fictional cartoon band The Archies.
Oh, wow.
Cool. What was their Sugar Sugar?
Yeah.
Oh, sugar. Dun, dun, dun,
Yep.
dun,
He also co-produced Barry Manilow's first 9 albums.
Oh, treasure right there.
That is a national treasure.
Yeah. So the rock version had Ron Dante for vocals again, and it was composed by Ray Colcord,
Do tell.
who composed TV theme show songs such as 227, My Two Dads, and Boy Meets World.
Wow.
He also played keys on Rock and Roll Animal, the Lou Reed album.
Whoa.
And
there's some heavy hitters on that.
Don McLean's American Pie album.
What?
Yeah.
album. Rock and Roll Animals got like the guys from Alice Cooper Band playing guitar, Dick Wagner.
And the dude from Silver Spoons.
That's great.
Together.
Lou Reed was a big Silver Spoons fan.
Yeah. There's a picture of him wearing a Silver Spoons t-shirt.
Yep.
Riding a train.
Right.
Excellent.
Nodding out on the train. Well, that's fantastic. Thanks, Engineer Pete. Thanks, Conky. This song, yeah, I can picture the song. Yeah, I can hear it in my brain. So let's dive in to Silver Spoons. See what Ron Dante's got. It's fun to say.
It
Ron,
is.
Ron Dante.
Oh. Just so beautiful and delicate.
It's got a little bit of that Punky Brewster.
Totally.
Who's the boss? The keyboard making a chime type sound.
Yep.
Do.
Comes in sweetly.
Mm-hmm.
Here we are, face to face, a couple of silver spoons.
Is this that same Jackoff who was singing all those other songs I didn't like? The guy from this isn't the guy from
No.
Punky Brewster.
Oh,
is
no.
it?
No. What?
Sorry, he's not a Jackoff.
Ron Dante.
Who's the guy who was bugging?
The
Here we
over-enunciator,
are, face
yeah.
to face, just
Yeah.
a couple of silver spoons.
I don't think that was Ron Dante.
No,
No.
it wasn't. It was because he sang the Belvedere one.
Yeah, I
Streaks
can't think
on
of
the
it.
China. So we got this voice again. Oh boy.
Hoping to find we're two of a kind. Make it a go, making it grow together.
Do you need the lyrics for this one?
I mean, you can read them. Talk to me. I love when you read lyrics, so please.
You were right on. Here we are, face to face.
Well, no wonder I remember them. He's speaking them like that.
Right, correct. A couple of silver spoons,
What the hell does that mean?
hoping to find we're two of a kind, making a go, making it grow.
So is this about the rekindled relationship of a father and son?
Sounds on par to me.
This should have been an over the top too.
Yes.
Well, except Silver Spoons refers to being born with a silver spoon in your mouth.
Whereas,
Stallone was not.
what's his character's name in that movie?
Ah, shucks.
Lincoln Hawk.
Yes. Man, that was a good pull.
I thought you just made that name up.
No, it's Lincoln Hawk.
Wow.
Grant Falcon.
You can get our Grand Falcon T-shirt.
We're gonna find our way
Oh, got a little peppier.
Yeah.
together.
It's like bad Doobie Brothers music.
It is. Yeah. Yeah, it is. It's very yacht rock-ish. Very yacht rock.
Yeah, who's that guy? The something shuffle guy, Lido Shuffle. Who's that?
Oh, yeah, the Lido Shuffle. The
Boz Skaggs.
Boz Skaggs. Yeah, Boz Skaggs and Christopher Columbus and
Cross.
Christopher Cross.
The guitar was definitely. It sounds like one of those guys from
Yeah.
like Jeff Skunk Baxter's playing the guitar
Correct.
leads for this.
Yep. 80s Toto. Like,
Yeah, it's very yacht rocky.
Yep.
For good or for bad.
Taking the time each day.
boy, it's just so clean. It's so clean that it is
Would you say-
hard to swallow.
Would you say overproduced
Yeah.
and overpronounced?
Yeah.
If you've been with us since episode 1, you know that this is not my wheelhouse of singing. The guitar is doing relatively good licks, but they're just as cheesy as the singing.
Oh yeah. Although it's catchy.
It's it's an earworm.
Yes, you've remembered it for 40 years.
Yes.
To learn all about those things you
Oh.
just can't buy.
Walk us through the lyrics from where you last
Okay.
left off, please.
So there's together we're gonna find our way.
Yeah.
Together, taking the time each day to learn all about those things you just can't buy.
that's the best part of the song. That's a
Yep.
cool little chord progression there. Things you just can't buy.
2 silver spoons together.
So they're doing they're going to learn about, they're rich, but they're going to learn about things that aren't money centric.
That's right. And then we just got to the you and I. You and I.
This almost feels like a Lou Reed song.
Lou Rawls? Lou Reed.
That's what I meant, Lou Rawls.
2 silver spoons together.
Whoa! Is that Steve Howe from Yes?
Yes, there's a run.
That is a classic. Like,
Yep.
It's
It's fast.
It is. It's
I liked it.
I got nothing else.
You and together.
It is just so exactly so easy listening. It's just unbelievable. I mean, the whitest white bread toast you've ever had.
The counter line is just one more time, Pete.
I might have hit that a little too hard. It was supposed to be softer.
Hey, Phil, I have an idea for a backing vocal line. Let's hear it, Roy. I've got a cool guitar run.
Yep.
Everything about this is very, very very safe.
Yes. Double guitars there, like the
I used to listen to the Allman Brothers Band at the Ivy League prep school. I will add that. I didn't. What was that last thing he said? I couldn't understand with his under enunciating.
you and I together.
Wind chimes. Shh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the wind chimes. Best part of the song.
I need another beer.
Yes, you do.
Oh, Ryan's thirsty.
Yeah. Oh, we gotta get another beer on this podcast. Hopefully that our anonymous statistician didn't zone out during that song so that he can put this on his tally sheet. So that was the Silver Spoon's theme song called Together.
Yep.
And yeah, that was interesting. What you got for your next brewski?
Fresh Coast.
Excellent choice.
Good choice.
3 sheeps. So right now we've got 4 different No, I've got the Illinois. All right. I thought we were 4 Wisco. That would have been pretty cool from 4 different breweries, but we're not. All right. This is where we get to watch the show. I'm hoping we get to see that train. I'm hoping I think I can see the dad in my mind. Now that like we've cycled through this a bit, I think I can see him. Does he have a lady friend?
He does. And I think we're going to see her.
And the duck phone?
She's a looker.
Ooh.
She is basically his secretary, who later becomes his love interest.
Yeah.
We call that sexual harassment nowadays.
Yeah.
All right. Can you full screen that, Conky? Can you full belly that for me, Conky? Yeah. That's very good, Conks.
There we go.
Shit.
That's like a castle.
Yeah, they're not. They're really rich.
Correct.
They're in the middle of nowhere.
Correct.
How does his friends come over?
He's
The
probably
butler go gets him.
Butler, yeah. What's the butler on Richie Rich? That guy goes and gets him.
I don't know.
Wow, that's like an English manor.
Correct.
probably. I actually have no idea where it took place, but I would guess Connecticut.
Connecticut.
Yeah, sounds right.
And classic 80s, you see the house and the title comes
Does
in.
it flip in, sort of? Or
Yeah,
just-
it's like I don't know how you describe that.
The
With
font,
the trailing, it had the trailing like
Nice.
The font looks like a blend of like Old English, but also kind of goofy.
Right. The swirls
A lot of
inside
swirls.
the O and the P and the loops in the P. It's weird.
They can afford those swirls
Yeah.
because they're rich.
Here we are, face to face, a couple of silver spoons.
So first of all, I totally recognize the dad.
Yep.
Remember him?
I think you were right on the Judd Ritter.
Totally.
Right, that kind of vibe.
Center parted hair,
Correct.
dark hair,
Right.
Flaps over the ears a
it's
little
kind
bit.
of goofy looking.
Yeah. And there's Ricky Schroeder. But did he end up being on an NYPD Blue?
I think so.
Oh yeah, he did do something later.
Later
in
in life.
That's good. Good for him.
life. For him.
Hoping to find we're two of a kind.
So we're going to get a little montage of these two.
Correct.
I'm guessing through quite a bit of this. There they are
And-
on a
and-
fishing trip or something.
I mean, I remember all this now, right? Like the fishing trip. I think there's a scene with the dad wearing a engineer hat, like a locomotive engineer hat.
If you have a train in your house, you got to have that hat.
Let's see.
Okay, so it took place fictional town of Shallow Springs in Long Island, New York. The actual house that's used in the open credits is in England.
Oh,
it
yeah.
had
That
that look
makes
to it.
sense.
Okay.
Make it a go, making it grow.
So we see,
I don't know who that other fellow was.
yeah, there's another fella, and is this lady maybe his secretary?
Yes, that's definitely her.
All right.
Yeah, she's a nice looking lady.
We're gonna find our way.
Oh boy. So we're seeing little Ricky Schroeder. He's got a trophy. Now he's got a fake mustache on.
Yeah.
He's wearing a tux.
Yeah, it's great.
Is it?
Together, taking the time each day.
There he is. Great green shirt. We still haven't seen the train yet.
I know. I'm seeing a lot of video games in the background. I
Yeah.
feel like every scene there's like a pinball machine or a video game in the
Yeah,
background.
because I think that was the living room, right? There was nothing in the living room but the train and then the video games.
Because the dad was a man-child.
Correct.
Love it. Oh yeah, she's cute.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And don't you recognize her? She's in other stuff. I couldn't tell you what.
I don't.
Let me check on that
Just-
quick.
All right.
Yeah.
Erin Gray is her name.
Yeah.
I don't recognize her, but it's not that I don't remember her, but she's not familiar yet.
Yeah. It's not quite like like Randy Quaid or somebody that you see and you're just like, oh, this guy's in.
Everything.
Yeah.
Or the
correct.
guy from what's that show we watched where the dog Empty Nest, the travel agent guy or the cruise ship guy.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Or like Jerry Orbach. You're like, oh,
Yes.
Jerry Orbach, But she's in a lot of stuff.
I'll take your word for it. There's a puncher's chance.
All about those things you just can't.
She looks like Nancy McKeon from The Facts of Life. That song, by the way,
except better
recently did
looking,
not make
yeah.
her Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
But yes, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think Silver Spoons might be her longest running credit. I'm seeing a lot of like single episodes on other things.
So I was totally wrong.
But a decent amount of things, but she did an episode of Magnum PI, an episode of Murder, She Wrote.
But no long-standing
She
stuff.
was in Jason Goes to Hell, the final Friday, the 9th,
Good.
Friday the 13th movie.
That's a quality role.
Bye. Two silver spoons together.
So can you go just a few more seconds? I want this guy.
You and Tom.
Okay, Leonard Lightfoot. Does he work for the dad?
That's what I'm wondering.
Leonard Lightfoot. What is his role in the show?
He either looks like he's like the
Like that,
part of the business or the
Yeah.
butler or the
whatever he is. He seems
Right.
because he's dressed up. Like
Correct.
he seems to have a formal role of some
Right.
sort.
He is Edward Stratton's attorney.
Okay.
Oh,
Very
yeah.
progressive. They put an African American attorney in there.
Yeah, it's
cool.
Good.
Yep.
I love the name Leonard Lightfoot.
Leonard Lightfoot. That's
Just
a
rolls
great-
off the tongue.
I wonder if that's his real name.
His real name is Leonard Rollins.
Okay.
Oh, wait, no, sorry. Leonard Lightfoot is his real name. Leonard Rollins is his character's name.
Oh, one of those where you keep the first name.
Yeah.
Classic.
So there's the shot of the
Casual dad.
casual dad, and look at all the arcade and
There's pinball machines,
pinball
video
back there.
games
Yeah,
everywhere.
like
No train yet.
Yeah,
or
what the
duck
hell?
phone.
You and I
Hold on, but did you see the train crossing in the background right there?
No.
Yeah.
You
there
saw
was
the tracks?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I wonder if later versions of the opening credits had the train more prominently featured, because we all remember it more than we're
Correct.
seeing it.
Right.
Yeah, I want to see a train and a duck phone.
I'm going to give you credit. I'm pretty sure the duck phone existed.
Because that's something only a really rich person could have. Everybody else was renting the beige.
You remember renting the phones from the hardware store?
I thought they came from the phone company, but I
Oh.
could be wrong.
Maybe you could get them at Trilling.
I didn't do the renting of phones in my
Did
house.
you guys ever rent art from the library to hang on your walls?
No.
So our local library, when we were kids, on the second floor, there was this whole wall of paintings, and you could check them out like you would check out a book. So my parents would check out like a different painting every month and hang it up in our living room.
What?
That's
No, I'm not making
fantastic.
this up.
Oh my gosh.
Isn't that great?
That is the first time I've ever heard that ever.
Welcome to the podcast at Library Art.
Library art.
Listeners, did you check out art from your local
Meet
library?
your new main
Sorry,
squeeze.
sorry, that's my fault over here. Hold on. Conky was trying to cue up that rock version just to take a listen quick. I did not mean to interrupt your library art story.
No, I
I
think-
apologize.
It was great. Do we want to watch a few seconds? Watch and listen to a few seconds of rock. Is it the same song, Pete?
Yeah, it's the same song, but they do list a different composer. This is the one that it says is composed by the guy who played keys on Rock and Roll Animal.
Interesting.
So maybe it's a different musical arrangement. I don't totally know.
Let's give it
But-
10 seconds.
Yeah, you guys want to?
Sure.
Wow.
It
Holy
sounds like,
moly.
it sounds like we're being spoofed.
Exactly. Wow.
All right, keep it coming.
This. Oh my gosh.
Yikes.
That is a totally different song.
Yeah.
It sounds creepy.
Do we need to
Correct.
put this on a separate episode?
Wow.
Here we are. Definitely, it's the same song for
Correct.
sure. But
It's very
uh,
in your face as opposed to the other one just kind of sliding up next to you and trying to give you a hug.
Yeah, this is not the smooth.
No.
We're not on a sailboat in the Caribbean.
No.
Nope.
Silver spoons, hoping to find two of a kind.
Now, I remember some of this too, like the shaving cream part. I remember this intro.
I do not.
Man.
Making it go, making it grow together. We're gonna
Heavy bass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What year would this have been? It ran till 86
That would have
or
been
87?
Fifth season, so
Yeah, 85, 86. And I mean, the show was, I want to say, on its last leg, but the last season went on syndication.
Yeah.
So maybe they were like, let's put a new theme song on here, and
Yeah.
that'll
I mean,
punch.
it
That'll
sounds like
punch
a jump
things
into
up.
shark move, right?
it's weird. It's really weird.
find our way together.
I mean,
I think I'm good.
slappy bass, the weird
Those
keyboard
drum hits and
clapping.
stuff.
Yeah, like just weird stuff.
You want any more? Or are you good?
No.
Yeah, I'm good.
No.
All right. Well, holy shit. Silver spoons. I'm just going to really quickly Google if there's a sorry to keep doing this duck phone thing, but I just got to see if I'm losing my mind here. Hold on. Silver. Let's just go here.
Now I'm really curious about the
Silver
synth.
spoons duck phone.
The synth version that sort of lived in between
is
the
one of
rock
the best-
version and the original version.
Best podcasting thing that's ever been done. You're talking into your phone while on the air to query.
Yeah,
You
there's
might
a
as
duck
well
phone.
just put it on, turn up the speakers so that Google's answer can just go
for sure.
right onto the podcast.
That's a male mallard.
That's a mallard for sure.
We get mallards in our backyard. A couple.
Yes.
They're couples. They spend a lot of time together.
So two of them,
85
too.
with a
you?
different vocalist.
Yeah,
Silver Spoons, 1980.
They were together.
Like
a couple of silver spoons.
You're going to give us a little bit of the Herbie Hancock version.
I'm looking for it.
Say what about Herbie Hancock?
this more. There's like the
No,
original.
there's a synth version that lived somewhere in between those two.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm not gonna. It's not immediately jumping out, so I'm gonna skip that.
do we need to torture ourselves further?
Probably not.
Together.
Well, we've got to vote, and then we got to get some end of the show questions. Otherwise, our anonymous statistician will be pissed. And then we're gonna wrap it up.
Yeah.
All right. So we have to figure out, is Silver Spoons going to make it to our Wall of Fame or our Wall of Shame? All it takes is 2 votes to go either way. And, yeah. I want to build up a little drama because I like to try to do that. I can't read anybody's poker face right now.
Yeah.
Engineer Pete.
I'm on the fence on this one.
Yeah.
It's not like so egregiously terrible that I automatically, but it's not that good.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna.
You're in big trouble, mister.
Yep. It's got a
then
Michelle
to build
Tanner.
a little drama, let's hand it over to Ryan. We got 1 thumbs down from Engineer Pete.
So the rock version is terrible. Undisputably terrible. The original version is not that bad. It's not great. I too am on the fence. I'm going to give it a Michelle though. I think it's more bad than good.
You're in big trouble, mister.
Well, my vote doesn't matter right now, but unlike Engineer Pete, who said it's not egregiously terrible, I think it is egregiously terrible.
You're in big trouble, mister.
That song's a huge piece of shit, and I'm really frustrated that I had to hear it again because the shitty
We
version.
love them all.
we love them all. God,
Together.
that song sucks. Really bad. It's horrible.
I would like you to get out your little kid's keyboard and do a cover of that song.
That would be the worst. All right. We're just about out of time, but we do occasionally like to end the show with a question. Anybody got one?
Duck phone, living room train, or arcade room in your house? Which one would you pick?
My gut is living room train, but then I'm thinking about maintenance.
It always
probably
comes
be
down to the train.
all you're calling the train guy over all the time.
I'm going to go with living room train. Much
Because
like,
did he have an opening in one of the wall, like the train passed, like there's a tunnel through the wall, like that?
it depends upon how big it is. Much like my mother and father-in-law who bought that pizza oven that they just can't even give away. Like, is this going to be something we're going to use for a minute and then we just don't know what to do with it? Nobody will take it off our hands.
You're just tripping over it all the time.
I know,
Like,
dude.
who put this goddamn
Get this
train?
damn train out of here!
You get up to have your sandwich and glass of milk in the middle of the night. You just ride the train.
I want a big duck. Listeners, if you can make me a big duck phone iPhone holder that I could just walk around with.
Outstanding. Yes.
I like the idea of the train. I really do. Ryan?
Arcade. I still want an arcade.
Yeah, I'm a video game
Yeah.
person. I would love an arcade, but I mean the train is super tempting.
It'd
A
be
younger
fun.
me might take the train.
It's a one of a kind thing, right? Other people have pinball machines. Nobody's got the train.
and everybody's like, "Oh my gosh, this train is so cool!" And they
Yeah.
sit on it, and it goes like really slow through your house. And they're like, "Okay, well, that,
All right, one ride."
novelty's over."
Any other end of show questions? I'm just looking to see if I had any that came to me like when I was at work. And Ryan, you got one?
I got nothing.
Well, this one's all right. We did a board game question sort of like this, but I think this is different enough. If you could turn any 80s TV show into a theme park ride, what would it be? I'm going to think for
Well,
Oh, I got mine.
DuckTales. Like, think of going through
yeah.
the
The duck
money thing.
Yeah.
The duck blur.
Yeah, the duck blur. The duck blur. Yeah, that would be good. One.
I like that. There's and you could go through the mansion and all
Right.
that other stuff.
Yeah.
That's actually really good.
Well, and mine's gonna be now derivative because you planted that seed in my head, and I'm gonna say tailspin.
Oh, also the plane. Yeah,
The planes
right, yeah.
swooping all over the place.
Right.
Yeah.
My initial thought was like an A-Team or Knight Rider,
Yeah.
where you're like, but I think I'd rather have a slow boat ride through the Golden Girls' home.
And it smells.
And there's scents.
Smells like shower to shower body spray.
Like you come in and they give you some really sweet Moscato to start the ride.
And cheesecake. Cheesecake.
And it's again a slow like boat ride.
Totally.
And that's so a Golden Girls ride.
It would be weird once you get to Blanche's room and the lights go out and you just sit there.
You're like observing it. It's like something in the
There's
Netherlands.
like weird things happening in the shadows you can't totally tell.
It's fantastic.
Smells like Ben Gay everywhere.
Oh. That's fantastic. All right.
I think they call that 4D in the parks when you can. They've added smell to the ride.
A Golden Girls 4D ride. All right. Well, that's it.
Yeah, that's a good note to end on.
Silver Spoons. That song is 3 thumbs down. If you disagree with us, you're wrong.
Yeah.
Yep.
And we will be back next week for episode 44. Looking forward to it already. Until then, I'm John.
Right.
And I'm Peter.
Thank you for listening to the Super 80s podcast friend. I was going to do something with the punches thing, but I forgot the line.
Got a puncher's chance of coming back next week.
Thank you. Where the towels are hers and puncher's chance.
Together.
It's the